The Omen probably laid the groundwork for modern day horror, but
and I think The Omen sounds way better based on the trigger warnings than it actually is. Get your bingo cards ready. And let's get scared. Hello, welcome to the Nine Lives Horror Club, where we recap and analyze horror movies to break down the real life horrors we're all too scared to talk about. I'm Cheyenne. I bring the analysis and antagonize Ben.
And I'm Ben. I bring overly passionate hot takes. And today we're going to be talking about The Omen, the classic.
But first, we do have some spooky rants today. So if you want to skip to the recap, there will be timestamps in the show notes below. Ben, tell the people what happened to you this week.
I will be so happy to tell you what happened this week. Airlines are a nightmare. I am so... So this past week, I was visiting my family in South Carolina. It was great. I had an amazing time. And I had scheduled it so that when I was coming back, I'd be coming back like 5 hours before an event that my girlfriend and I were hosting. Which I know is kind of close, but I had to go see my parents.
It had to be done.
I was like, it's a little tight, but I think we can make this work. Then my plane got delayed. But I said, that's fine. I'm only going to be 2 hours behind my normal arrival time. I will survive. It'd be cutting it close. And then on the way to the airport, my flight's leaving in about an hour and a half. We're driving. I look at my phone just to double check the terminal. Flight's been canceled.
Did you ever find out why?
It says because of weather, it's been canceled, which I don't understand because it was, who knows where it was flying from, but a lot of flights got canceled, actually.
There was weather here. We got a storm for a little bit.
I think it affected a lot of the airports because, so I'm now scrambling because when I'm pulling up the next available flight, it's like, you can get back at 11 p.m. tonight. No, that's not going to happen.
The one I found you cost over $400.
I did find one that was $2,000. Oh, we can get this one for $2,000. Make that make sense to me, actually. That's...
What do you mean? What is that, like an hour flight?
A one-way flight, it's like, yeah, just $2,000. No.
It's like a 1 hour flight, right? Like, that's a short flight.
It was an hour-long flight, yes. Yes. If you look at it, it's like an hour and a half according to the thing, but like 30 minutes of the whole setup.
Oh my gosh.
It's an hour flight. It was ridiculous to me. And so I was like, well, I have this event. I have to make it. So instead, I chose to rent a car and drive from South Carolina back home. And to be fair, not the worst drive. It's 6 hours. I was not planning on driving 6 hours that day.
You weren't ready.
I had skipped breakfast. I did not sleep much the night before. I had a little bit to drink the night before. Not an insane amount. Not as much as I would have hoped, but still it's enough. So I was at a little bit of a headache. I was a little bit hungry. And I was looking at my clock. I was going to get to the event I think 30 minutes later than when we originally scheduled it. We did push it back a little bit. But still, that drive was one of the worst drives I've ever done. My body felt warm. I was driving a car I wasn't familiar with. I was so tired, and I'm almost like, I did make one stop, which I usually never do. I like to see that time I arrive and make it that time. But I made one stop because I was like, I need an energy drink. I need an Alani.
He needed a C4, baby.
I got an Alani. Didn't have C4s where I stopped. I can't remember where I stopped at.
Oh.
And I also needed myself some Sour Patch watermelons as a little treat.
I'm glad that was your form of sustenance for the day.
It wasn't the only form of sustenance until the event. We didn't get much.
That's good. Well, I assume your ciders were pretty effective once you got to the event.
Yes. Also, the ciders you brought, I want you to know I had 2 of those. They were gone.
I was putting them down.
Were you putting them down? Actually, I was putting them down because I was blinked gone.
I had 4. There were 12.
Oh, so they were hitting you hard.
No, I was in a good state. I never hit like
No, I didn't get drunk.
that pumpkin one. That pumpkin. Okay, so next time we're doing something together, we'll just make sure we get a pack of those so you can actually have some.
Good idea. But yes, that's my rant. It's just dealing with driving after traffic 6.5 hours. Really losing my mind.
As bad as it could have been. Yeah.
I only listened to one podcast. I don't know why. The rest of it was
like one episode?
One episode of an hour-long podcast.
Not ours.
Not ours. You kidding me?
Never an hour.
I was already losing my mind, and I did have...
No.
Shine, I think I told you, but in the middle of this drive...
You don't like to hear the sound of your voice.
I had been... when I was driving for so long, I was like, I haven't spoken to a person in, like, a long time. I need to be social later. And I said to myself out loud, I should start talking to myself right now. And I tried having a conversation solo. I don't do good on long car rides. I immediately lose it.
You need a buddy.
I would snap if you put me in the isolation chamber, I'm done immediately. Are you kidding me?
Don't put this man in solitary. He ain't gonna make it.
I won't make it. I won't make it.
Nah, you did not tell me that. That's okay. So you were just like in a state.
You were in a really state. Was not myself in this moment.
It's okay. We can't be ourselves all the time. That's too much. Well, then, speaking of being in a state, let me tell you what happened to me this week. So, you may recall that I was supposed to have an interview this past Wednesday. No, this past Thursday, whatever day. I was supposed to have an interview. So, I, first of all, accidentally overslept. Doesn't matter. My interview wasn't till noon. It was fine. It was fine.
You overslept past what you wanted to wake up at.
Yes. So I get up and I quite literally brush my teeth, and then I pull out food to have for breakfast, and the building-wide fire alarm starts going off.
Oh my God.
At 9:45, my interview is virtual at noon.
Okay. That's alarming, but I think you can still manage it.
Here's the thing.
How long do these?
I had just gotten up. My skincare wasn't done. I didn't have an outfit on. My hair wasn't brushed. My hair was in braids. I had on my pajamas. I had to, there was no makeup. I didn't have time to do makeup. My laptop likes to have a fit anytime I need to use it. I have to set up at least 30 minutes before the interview and make sure it's actually working. Because if not, I have to panic and make a plan B. And the alarm started going off. Now, here's the thing. Killian doesn't like the alarm.
Oh, no. Do cats even leave during the fire alarms, too? When those go off, do you gotta get your cats out?
So, I think, if you ask a firefighter, they would tell you to leave leave everything except yourself.
Yeah. No, but it's like...
These are my children. These are my children.
It's not a real fire. I guess it could
I don't know. There's no distinction. It's just a fire alarm going off.
I assume if you aren't seeing the smoke and the flames on your hall, it's probably okay. That's probably incorrect advice, but
am I gonna risk it? Am I gonna risk leaving my babies?
I wouldn't.
No. So then I have to get their crates. And first of all, their crates are up high and I'm not a tall person. So immediately drop the crates, which scares the cats on top of the fire alarm going off. Killian, I managed to get him pretty okay, throw him in the cage. He's not happy about it, but whatever. Charlie, my dear baby who's on my lap right now, he is terrified of the fire alarm. My baby hates loud noises. God bless him, he lives with me. He hates loud noises. He's hiding under the headboard in the dead center of the queen bed, so I can't reach him from either side. So then I'm trying to poke him out with stuff. Mind you, fire alarm is blaring this whole time. Anyways, I'm trying to poke him out with stuff to get him out. Pookie doesn't move. He just starts going, he's upset. My baby was upset. And if you are unfamiliar with what Charlie looks like, listeners, please go to my Instagram, or I'll maybe try and put a picture of him here. He is the cutest, sweetest, babyest thing you've ever seen in your life. He's precious. So he's crying, and then I finally get him out, and he takes off running, and I can't find him. Now the fire alarm's been going off for like 5 minutes and I'm still in the building.
At a certain point, just stay in the building.
We are still in the building.
Shane, you're gonna burn at this
What?
point, regardless. What's the point? Do your makeup.
Do I make Killian burn? Do I have to make like do your makeup is crazy?
You're gonna burn at this point, regardless. Put your makeup on.
At least look good, bitch.
If you can't.
So I'm
I'm
running
just
around
trying
and
to
I
make it a
can't
productive time
find
for
him.
you.
I'm running around. I can't find him. I'm starting to get upset, but it's, we don't have time to be upset right now. Because also, I'm very sensitive to loud noises like that. So my anxiety's going off. And I have an interview in 2 hours. And my baby's upset. And I can't find him. And the fire alarm's going off. So I'm tweaking out and I'm like trying to text Marcelino, but he's at work and he's not answering. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh my God, do I have to leave Charlie in this burning building? I can't find him. I find him. He is under the guest bed, which I have to army crawl under and drag him out. He's fighting me. He's digging in the carpet. He tries to run away again. He's like puffed out all to hell. I get him, throw him in the kennel. He's not happy. We get out the door. I am the last person. I hear whoever's coming around checking the apartments. They have made it to the top floor. They've checked every apartment.
Oh, you're here. You're fine. There's no fire around you. Go back and do your makeup.
No, because we'll come back. Well, I'll get there.
It was like next door.
So, yeah. So whatever. I get him. I have the cats. I am in pajama pants. My hair's still in my little braids. I haven't had a sip of water. Nothing. Couldn't bring my water because my hands are full with my cats. Also, both of my cats weigh 13 pounds.
They're so
individually.
They're so fat.
So I'm like carrying them. It's hot. We get down the first like half flight of stairs. Then Charlie's carrier broke in half. He went flying.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
My poor baby.
He's obviously okay. You would not be laughing about this.
Yeah, he's on my lap right now.
Of course, but oh my God.
Like, he's about to turn 13. And he went fucking flying. And I was like, we don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time. So thank God he went up instead of down.
Yeah.
And the doors are heavy. So even though it didn't close all the way, he couldn't like paw it open. So I snatched him and then I'm holding him and trying to put the carrier back together enough to get him out the fucking building. And he's fighting me. Killian just quiet as mouse the whole time. Killian's chilling. Get him in the carrier. Get it all together. Get down the rest of the stairs. Open the door. There's just like people sitting on the curb. I walk out and I'm like, God damn it. And go sit in my car.
They all went.
Turn the AC on.
Do you see that girl with no makeup on? She looks so weird.
With her pajama pants. Get in the car because it's like 100 degrees outside. Turn the AC on. We're sitting there. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do because now it's like 10:10. Not a fire truck in sight. And I'm like, the last time the building-wide fire alarms went off, it took over an hour.
Yeah, because you have a big building, so it's not surprising.
It was going on 2 hours. And I was like, okay, so I have to now ask these people to reschedule this interview because even if the alarm is done, I'm not dressed. I haven't had a sip of water. Like I'm not in a state.
Because you've done like the clubhouse you guys have.
I was in pajamas.
That's probably the biggest barrier. This is why you should have the makeup when I told you to do makeup, actually.
I was in pajamas.
If you had gotten prepped instead of dealing with these cats, you actually could have been ready in time.
I just feel like my Hella Mega tour from Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day was probably like not the best shirt to be wearing with a big unicorn and like rifles on it. It's just like probably not the best look. So I emailed the recruiter. She's wonderful and amazing. She's like, oh, she thought I was actively dying. God bless her. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Please let me know if you're okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh my goodness.
She was great. So then everything was handled. And naturally, I started violently ugly crying because all of the adrenaline finally
all the emotions just hit you in that moment.
Yes, and everything was handled. And then my little buggy, I couldn't make sure he was okay because I can't let him out of the crate in this moment because he will fight me to go back in.
Yeah.
So if he's hurt, it's going to make it worse. Just like let him sit in there. He has a little kitty bed in his crate. He was hiding under it. I was so upset.
That's so upsetting. He's probably so spooked.
It was really...
You do what you got to do.
And I am like... I'm also just like really sensitive to making, like, if the cats ever act like they're scared of me, I get very upset about it.
Oh, that'd hurt me. That would hurt me.
Well, and also, as you know, one of them has had a little bit of a past, so I get very upset about it.
You hit your cats in the past?
I didn't.
I didn't know that. I know one of them had like trauma.
I didn't. Oh, they act a little bit scared of me. I get very upset about it because I don't want to do that to them, obviously. But I was, oh my God, my baby bug.
I hope you had therapy at some point after this to unpack some of these emotions.
I haven't. Thursday, Friday.
Okay, cool. So you can unpack. You can unpack.
This Friday. We have a few things to unpack, actually. But everyone's fine. My interview is Thursday. I have therapy on Friday. Buggy's sitting in my lap right now. When we came back upstairs, when the fire alarm was done, I did try to give him a churu. And he did cower and run away from me at first. Aww. And I was like, I had stopped crying. I went,
let those feelings out.
He came back and eat it immediately after that.
Well, you know what?
Am I spooky?
You know what child doesn't love their family?
This fucking one. Fucking Damien out
Damien
here.
From our movie, The Omen. Do you love how I'm good at transitioning?
That was Chris. Let me tell you some things about this movie, Ben.
I assume your spooky rant is done.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about this boy who hates his family.
Not like my child. My child loves this movie. So this movie, Ben, came out in 1976. It was filmed in England and Italy, mostly. Our director is Richard Donner, who also directed the 1978 Superman movie and The Goonies. Quite an array of genres here. Our writers are David Seltzer, which great last name. He has also been involved in The Omen 2006, The First Omen 2024, the TV show Damien, and literally everything ever that has anything to do with The Omen, he's been involved. Our other writer is Harvey Bernhard, who has been in some of the Omen things, including The Omen 2. He produced The Goonies and was involved in The Lost Boys and some other Omen stuff. This movie stars Gregory Peck as Robert Thorne, who is also in To Kill a Mockingbird, Lee Remick as Katherine Thorne, Harvey Stevens as Damien, who made an appearance in The Omen 2006 as a reporter, David Warner as Keith Jennings, who was in The Titanic, Tron, Doctor Who, lots of Doctor Who voice work, and lots of general voice work. And then lastly, we have Billy Whitehall as Mrs. Baylock, who was in Hot Fuzz and Jane Eyre.
I'm going to say right now, of all the movies we've ever covered, this one, I have no clue what anyone's names are. This is the first time I've seen a lot of those. Mrs. Baylock's the only one whose name I know.
Okay. Well, I did mom, dad. Half of my analysis, I called him the son.
It's mom, dad, photographer. Like we are. That is what you are.
I didn't remember Damien until
Damien.
Recently,
I know because it's Damien. Like Damien's Damien.
You would think I would remember that, but hey. Now, Ben, we do have a pretty intense depression section this week.
God, this one's old.
Yeah, it's old. So in 1976, the budget for this movie was $2.8 million.
What?
Which, of
First
course,
of all, back up. Why? Wait, why did they spend $2.8 million on this movie?
They had some practical effects going on, and the animals were all real, obviously.
I guess the animals went up the price. That's crazy how this movie is so expensive.
So that was in 1976. Today,
that's what I'm saying. Back then, that's crazy. Today, I go that's standard. So, what is that today?
Today, that would be $16.43 million.
It's so crazy. Obsession was like $700,000 to make.
Yeah.
in today's money. And this movie cost almost $17 million.
Isn't that so interesting?
I just blew my mind what they spent that money on. What
the baboons probably.
How much money did they get back on this movie, Shay?
Well, wouldn't you like to know, Ben? I'm so glad you asked. So domestic box office in 1976, this movie made $60.9 million. Today, that would be, I definitely did a typo because I have 60.9 for both. So we actually don't know which is correct. I'm so sorry.
Know.
And I'm not going to look it up for you right now. I'm so sorry, everyone. But I can tell you.
It's something stupid.
Well, we can guesstimate based on the next piece of information. So opening weekend alone, this movie made about $4.2 million. So it doubled it doubled what it was made for just in the opening weekend domestically. Remember, it was made on 2.8 million. Opening weekend, it made 4.2 million.
That's like 30 million in today's money.
You're actually so close. It's 24.65 million today. And then worldwide, the movie made $78.7 million in 1976, which I know you're dying to know, Ben, is $461.9 million today.
Crazy. That's crazy. And
wow.
No wonder there's like 8 of these things.
It was wildly successful.
That's crazy.
And, while you're sitting on that, I have some more fun facts for you. So since Stevens, the kid who played Damien, was so young, Donner, the director, found the best way to direct him was to provoke genuine emotions off camera.
No. Okay, thank goodness this kid's very rarely supposed to experience fear. No, but he does. No, it's really upsetting to me.
So, for example, in one scene, when Damien is angry, Donner was shouting, he's British, "What are you looking at, you little bugger? I'll cover you." Off camera.
Stop. To a child.
Just threatening a child.
How old is the kid? Like 6 years old?
I don't know. He's
my
small.
God. You guys.
Right.
Also, hey.
So.
The asking for Damien's not really necessary. He looks at the camera kind of vacant most of the movie.
He goes like this. A few times.
He's a little smirk. But we don't even be tormenting him.
He's smirky.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
So we have another little fun marketing tactic that was used for this one.
Would they kill a kid or something? That's what they're willing to do.
I guess the Blair Witch one wasn't really fun, but part of the marketing of this film was really pushing the 666 of it all. We got satanic-panic
Did they
the kitchen right now.
666 on this kid's head? For marketing?
No. But what they did do was hold a special viewing of the movie on June 6, 1976. During the viewing, theater staff put up special posters that said things like, quote, "Today is the 6th day of the 6th month of 1976.
That's silly.
The 2006 remake also released on 6606. So June 6, 2006.
I mean, of course it did. There's no world where you don't. The second I saw this, they had a 2006 version. I'm like, yeah, obviously. You can't let the opportunity go by. That makes... it's really ridiculous that they didn't actually just hold on to this idea until 2006 in the first place.
Just put on the back burner for a little bit.
It's a really good idea, guys, but we gotta wait 30 years.
It has to wait. So lastly, this was a little bit of a big one. We have another alleged curse. Ooh. So the following all occurred during production of the film. Peck and Seltzer took separate planes to fly to the UK, but both planes were struck by lightning. Bernhard was also very nearly struck by lightning while in Rome for filming. The Rottweilers hired for the film attacked their trainers. At a hotel Donner stayed at got bombed by the IRA, and he was hit by a car after.
That one I find less of course that's seems pretty reasonable if you're filming in London. Also, why are we filming in London? I don't understand that.
They're British. A lot of them were British.
Are the writers British?
I mean, they filmed, like, a lot of the background people were British, so.
Because it's filmed there. They didn't have to have the background people be British. I don't mean to yell at you. I'm sorry. That was a
Sorry.
lot. That was a lot. I'm okay.
He said you stupid
They don't have
bitch.
to be British.
And then Peck had a plane booked to fly to Israel, but he canceled it. That plane crashed and killed all
Oh my
aboard.
God.
On the first day of filming, several crew members survived a head-on car crash. And then in post-production, a special effects artist was injured and his girlfriend was beheaded
Oh my God.
in an accident on the set of another
Oh my
movie.
God. Oh, how much of this is them just like not having proper safety requirements on set?
I mean, it was 1976. It was 1976.
Some of this sounds like that's crazy.
But also very interesting because there's a couple like lightning
There's lightning and
strike-ish
beheading
moments
in this
movie and a full beheading. Yes. Now, trigger warning. Some of them you might be able to guess based on what I just said. We have hanging, beheading, child/baby death, miscarriage, suicide, animal attacks, and general doom.
General Doom is
Seems like a good one.
What a crazy like trigger warning.
And well, I just wanted to cover all my bases. And before we move on from the trigger warnings, Ben, I do want to tell you, you might have guessed based on my thesis, I did in fact do the movie research before I watched the movie, and I was like, "What the fuck are we about to watch?" And then it was fun.
That's what that reminds. That's like when I went to a like interpretive dance show or something. Me and Laura went to it was a dance show, and they were like, just so you know, this is going to deal with some pretty heavy themes. We have a mental health counselor on standby. And I was like, oh my God.
Via dance?
Via dance. I was like, everything, oh my God, this is going to be so intense. They like literally have mental health support counselors, like 3 of them in the back. Like, okay, I'm ready. And it was just nothing.
That was it.
I was like, oh, okay. I think because don't go to dance shows enough. It was a narrative about suicide and like its impact on the people around us and like melancholy. I didn't fully get it. I think that's my problem. I spent the whole time going, okay, so they just did a pirouette. What does that mean? Does that mean that they gave like the thing to him? And it had a weird timeline when you watched it because you saw him post-death.
Okay.
And then we did a flashback to like the lead up to his death. And then so I'm like, I thought I knew who the characters were at this point. I didn't know. I was so confused.
Who's doing what? I'm confused.
Yeah, I remember thinking the same thing. I'm like, that wasn't worth any. I'm not spooked at all.
I feel like we really built this up. And Ben, I rented this for $3.99 on Prime. And then for Bevy on the Pod today, it's a Monday afternoon. I have a sparkling water and we're chilling over here.
It's a Monday afternoon. It's my last Monday on break.
Oh, yeah. That was fast.
It goes so fast. I got C4 because I need a little boost. And then
you need a little boost.
This is intentional. I got a smash from Devil's Backbone.
Okay, theme. Okay, on theme.
We're on theme here.
Clock it. Well, Ben, since you're so on theme, tell us about all these trigger warnings.
I'll bring them to life and you go, that was scary, actually.
Okay.
So the Omen. I was stressed. This is my first time watching it. So the problem when I first time watch a movie is I'm less focused on what's happening and my notes are all my reactions. So there's a lot of things here that I might get wrong and I did get all the details. Because sometimes I go, damn, that's crazy. What was? I don't actually recall anymore, but maybe it'll come back to me. Hey. So we open up in Rome. Does it give us a year? I don't think they ever give us a year for things.
Let's pretend it's 1976.
It's not. It's 1971 at least. No, it has to be 76. Okay. It doesn't. It's Rome. And we see a...
It does have to... No, it would start at... It has to be 1971 because later they do the 6th day of the 6th month on 1976.
No, because do they say that? I don't recall that. Maybe that's what was crazy. But we see it's Rome. And we see a man in a suit. He's in the back of a car. He's not driving. Maybe he's driving. He looks a little frantic. And
he's somewhere in the car.
He's rushing to like the hospital, and we just have this little voiceover of like echoes saying like, the child is dead, child is dead, the child is dead. So immediately like, okay.
Trigger warning.
We got it. This guy's wife's in the hospital, and it seems that she has lost a baby in childbirth. And she's not conscious for this. She's not awake. She doesn't know yet. He's being told by like a priest. And this priest is like, she doesn't have to know your baby died. Excuse me? And he's like, there's a baby here whose mom died at like the exact, like giving birth to him. And so he's an orphan. You could just adopt him. And the priest even says, it kind of looks like your baby anyways. All babies look like babies.
They all look the same. They all look the same.
Be so clear on that. And this guy's like, yeah, this is the better thing for my wife, is that she will not have to deal with the fact that we lost our baby. It'd be less traumatic meeting this new baby now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then like they bring the baby in, and she like does see it, and she immediately falls in love. She's like, this is my kid. Oh my God, she loves him. I think we see like it cuts like a few years later. The way they handle time gets a little bit confusing to me at the beginning of this movie. But I know like Damien, their kid, who I don't think they ever announced really, but the kid's name is Damien. Damien is now probably like 3 years old or something, 2 years old.
Yeah, he's still got toddler belly.
They live in Rome, and the dad's like announcing, he's like, hey. And dad is going to be called Dad this whole thing, because I didn't know his name. I don't know his name still.
I forgot.
You said it. I forgot it.
I forgot it.
The dad's announcing they're going to move to London because he's now going to become the ambassador to London, or to Great Britain. So I'm assuming he was an ambassador to Rome before.
That would make sense.
It took me a while to figure out that they were American. They are an American family.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like travels around as an ambassador. And then so we see them moving into his big old house, big old mansion, I should say. I do wonder, how much do ambassadors make? Because this place is fucking massive.
And it is.
And he's like,
it's huge.
He was like, it's a little expensive. You have people little. This is the biggest, most like grand ornate home I've ever seen in my life. I would give anything to live here. Actually, I'm so on board with that. It's a mansion. Like I can't even imagine how to describe this place. But they're like a little happy family. They seem like they're so good here. They're going on little walks on the property, yada yada yada. We get I'm going to say right now, a pointless scene, actually, a very pointless scene where there's kind of walking by like a lake with Damien behind them. And while they're on this little walk, Damien disappears. Like they'll turn around, he's gone. And we see there's a big...
They left their kid by like a waterfall.
It's like a big gushing waterfall, like a lake, a pond with like lots of moving water.
We don't need to see him.
And
it's
he's just
fine.
behind a tree. He goes, oh, he's not even that cute. My big complaint with the movie.
No, he's not.
Damien's not a cute kid in this movie.
No, he's not. And he's not.
And I was irritated.
Ugly. I'm sorry.
I thought that I was like, I wrote down here, Chekhov's waterfall, thinking this would come back later. That there's like, that there's a reason that we had to stress this pond with the moving water. No, it didn't matter. It's just, I think, to show you, he's a crazy little scamp. That's the only reason I can imagine.
Right.
We get like a photograph type transition. We just see like the time passing by. They're taking little photos together as a family. They're so sweet. And it's now Damien's birthday. Is it his 5th birthday?
I think that's the point.
They say 5 years a lot. I was like, the kid never 5 me. He was at least 7 years old, maybe 6.
Well, they also were putting him in like old man suits, despite being like 5.
That's even
that
cuter.
probably aged him up.
But again, this kid not cute. It would be cute if like. If they just don't get a cute kid.
He's not a cute kid.
And so like there's like a huge ass party with like clowns, and there's
pony
tents
rides.
And pony rides, and it's like, this is crazy. We have photographers there, obviously. There's a nanny who's like taking care of Damien before the mom gets jealous. She's like, no, that's my son. I want to take photos with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so this party's all happening. The nanny, whose name was Holly. Crazy, I know her name. Dad's dad, mom's mom. This is Holly. And this part,
Holly made a statement. She came in and she made a statement.
She made herself known. Because Holly comes in and she stares at a dog.
Deep it down.
She sees like a Rottweiler in the distance, and she just stares at it for a long while. And I'm gonna say, every time I'm just a little bit drunk or buzzed, this is how I look at any animal, where I'm just like, your soul and my soul are connected. I see you.
We see each other.
When I go to the zoo and I see like the chimpanzees or like any primate that looks like a person, that's how I'm looking at. That's how she looks at this dog. And clearly, the dog does something to her, because next time we see her, the party's all happening, people are hanging out. We see she yells from the house. She's on top of the roof, and she's like, "Damien, this is for you!" And she jumps off of the roof and hangs herself.
Yeah, it was really pick-me coded. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing. You do it.
She said, "Damien, look at me, look at me."
Doing all that for a little boy, and he's not even cute. Come on.
And he's 5.
And he's 5. Creep.
Because a dog stared at you. Get it together, bitch.
And it's like, after she does this, Damien, he sees the dog and he waves at like they're friends.
As a child would do.
I think at this point, I also realized they kept talking about their like the dad's ambitions. The dad wants to become future president. So I was like, oh, that's what's happening here. Like, Damien's been implanted in this family because this guy's gonna be president one day. That's the like full objective here. He like goes to work. There's this big scandal. He doesn't want to talk about it. They highlighted a like photographer who I think works for the embassy. I don't know. He's always around taking photos.
I don't know. He's just there.
And like everyone seems like chill with him, but he doesn't ever go into the office. He hangs out outside the building, but they all seem pretty chill with him.
He looks like he got rejected from the Beatles.
He looks like Jai Courtney. So the dad goes into his office and he's told that like a priest from Rome is here to visit him. This priest shows up and is like, hey, so actually I know. The priest comes in looking so like sickly. He's pale. He looks crazy.
He's not doing well.
And he's like, hey, so you gotta accept Christ right now. Right the fuck now. Because I know what's up. I was there at the hospital when your son was born. Or when like that kid was born. And like, I know who the mother is. And he's like, you mean my wife? He goes, no, not your wife, the mother. Because he knows what's up. He's like, telling him, he's like, the son of the devil has killed. He's going to kill again. You got to accept Christ if you want to stop him. And he starts to say his mother was like, they're talking about Damien's mom. He goes, his mother was a jack. And he stopped. He's interrupted by like people barging in. A jackass?
A jack? Oh,
he says,
a jack of all trades.
A jack of all trades. She's very talented and skilled. Is that what you're saying to me right now?
She's a diva. What are we saying?
What do you mean? But he gets dragged out before he gets to really say anything. The photographer takes a photo of him. Like, just to do. I really don't get the point of this photographer. Do they just hire him to photograph people all day long?
I mean, he serves a purpose in the plot, but as far as like realistic,
but I'm just confused. Are there people at embassies who just hang out with cameras all the time?
Wait, isn't he a reporter though? Because he was like investigating, or was that just like his own journey?
Why is a reporter just hanging out at a 5-year-old's birthday party taking photos of people?
I mean, maybe they could have hired him. I don't know.
I don't think you hire reporters to photograph your child's birthday.
It's 70s, man. Good press for a politician.
Back at home, we see a woman has come in, like this like a nanny woman who I really understand what she was saying here, but she's just like, I will help your son process this trauma. Like, I'm going to make him like forget all this ever happened. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so professional. And the mom was kind of weirded out, I thought, but afterwards she went, I like her. She seems so great.
Yeah,
the whole time that y'all were talking, you felt hostile, actually.
You were like, yeah.
And then the mom's like, where did you find her? Oh my God. And dad's like, what do you... So mind you, the new nanny, her name is Mrs. You said it. I know it. Mrs. Baylock.
Marbly?
Mrs. Baylock.
Really different than what I said.
You know where we got Marbly from. Mrs. Baylock is like, I'm going to go talk to Damien now. And after she leaves, they're like, oh my God, like, where did you find her? And like, dad's like, what do you mean? I thought you found her. Well, she's on the way to your kids. So y'all better go fucking figure out right now. And they do.
These people do not care about this child.
I was like, I was grateful they did kind of run after, go, excuse me, where are you from? How did you get this? And she went, oh, my agency heard like what happened. And I was sitting here. And she goes, here are my references, hands on a piece of paper. Anyways, I'm gonna go check on the kid now. And they just let her go do that. What?
They do not care about that boy.
What? You don't know this woman. Call the references first. Give her do a background check. Oh my God, you're the ambassador to Great Britain. I assume you have some political power. Oh yeah, she just goes, oh, she's like, I'm from the agency. And they go, the agency. I wrote down my notes. Liar. And she was
Whoa.
lying because the moment she walks into
Clock
his room,
that.
she's like, hello, sir. I'm here to protect you. To the child? Yeah.
Sir.
She was evil cultist, obviously.
Obviously.
Someday later, maybe the next day, the family's getting ready for church. And Miss Baylock's trying really hard not to make him go. She's like, no, he doesn't need to go to church. He's so young. He'll throw a fit. Y'all just go instead. But of course, mom doesn't fuck around with this. She makes him go.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're in the car, he has on a little top hat. And that was cute, actually. And I don't know where this top hat came from because the parents take it off him. They go, no, you're not wearing a top hat. Why? It's adorable. It was the cutest thing going for him because your son's not cute.
And he's a hellion, literally.
And as he's pulling up to this church, I'm assuming off screen, we hear we have a director screaming, I'm going to clobber your face in or whatever.
I'll clobber you.
Off screen, this is probably happening because this kid, as they're going, is getting so scared and nervous and crying. And they're like, Damien, what's wrong? It's okay. It's okay. They get out of the car. He yells no. And he starts throwing a fist with his mom. He's beating her ass.
Fisticuffs. Yeah.
So they we can't go to this church. We just got to drive away.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't go to church. I think just really let you know he doesn't fuck with the church. It's so scary to him. Oh, they also are after they're talking, oh, was he sick? What's going on? He's never been sick. He's always been in perfect health. Probably the whole devil of it all. I think we know he's the devil, so it's pretty clear.
His name's Damien. So.
I see some things just happen. I'm got confused. Baylock, that death dog from earlier, the Rottweiler that definitely hypnotized the maid or nanny to kill herself. Baylock brings the dog in, and the dad's like, I want that dog out. And she kind of is like, no, it's not walking around. It's totally cool. I'd fire her.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to bring a stray dog.
I go, I actually don't really know you very well. I actually didn't choose you. And you're now being so combative about everything. I'm going to fire you.
And also, she's like, Damien loves it. So you brought a strange dog, a Rottweiler at that. No tea, no shade. I fucking love Rottweilers.
Around my
you
son?
Brought a wild-ass Rottweiler around my son. First of all, what if it has fleas? Second of all,
firing her. I'm firing her immediately. I'm like, you are actually a bad
she's crazy.
fit. So he's just doing all this shit. Meanwhile, Damien and his mom, they go to not a zoo, an animal compound place.
It's like a drive-through safari.
Yes, it's one of those places where you can just drive through animal spaces.
Which is crazy.
Damien walks up to the giraffes. The giraffes can sense his ill intent, as we know giraffes can. And they book it. They go, no.
Famously.
I see the wickedness in your heart, as giraffes famously do.
Giraffes famously don't fuck with the Antichrist.
Then they get in the car and go, let's go see the monkeys. So they drive through the little monkey, are they baboons?
Baboons.
They said monkey, but they are baboons.
That booty's out. That is baboon.
They have the reddest butts ever. And are they actually, they're not the people driving, the interior scenes are filmed separate from the actual monkey scenes, right? Do you know? That does seem a perilous situation to have a small child in.
I really wouldn't be surprised if he was actively in the car while that was
because
happening.
As they're driving through, the monkeys, they also can sense his ill intentions, as baboons are able to do. But they're not giraffes.
Baboons famously confrontational.
Giraffes don't fuck around. These baboons are said, we're gonna beat the shit out of this devil, and they attack this car. It actually was really frightening. If I was a person, oh my God. That'd be so scary to have baboons surrounding my car, just smacking it. Also, that whole facility, the animals are being abused. I really you're telling me we have this.
Why are we driving through?
Right, and it's a fenced in, just open field. Where's the shade
crazy.
at? Where's the shade?
Why are we driving through? Also, unfortunately, monkeys bigger than a circus monkey. Or a spider monkey, a capuchin monkey.
Yeah.
Freaky.
They're not freaky, they're people, and they should pay taxes, and I really stand by
Lemurs
this.
are cool. Lemurs are fine. You know what? Orangutans aren't bad either.
No. I think they should pay taxes.
Anything bigger than a capuchin.
They should have jobs.
Okay.
Hot take. Give them jobs because they what are they contributing? They're people. If you go to a zoo, I said this earlier, I look at them, I see their souls. Their eyes look like my eyes.
Oh, you're speaking from experience. Got it.
I genuinely, I look at them, I go, that's a person. I once looked at I don't know what kind of primate it was, but I remember just looking at it and it looked over its shoulder at me. It fully acknowledged I existed, and I'm like, you're a person. You're a person.
Was it a gorilla?
Yes, probably.
I feel like those are the ones that are the most like.
They just look at you and they can see you, and I'm like, that's so.
Yeah.
I'm a person. You know that I have to go pay taxes. You fucking know that, and you're sitting here so smug because you don't. Because you're gonna sit here on your ass.
They learn sign language.
Exactly. They sit on their ass getting fed all day, and they know that I can't do that. I have to go to work. God, don't get me started.
And they know what work is.
Yes, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I really am like, those are people. They have thoughts. They can sense ill intent.
The baboon certainly can.
I think there's also like during this we see like a few like weird scenes. We see the dads leaving work or leaving the house. And like the priest is like kind of like trying to he walk towards him to get his attention, but he just drives past him. So the priest's back. The photographer also like stares at a picture that they took of the priest, and is just like, oh my God. I don't know what he saw here, but he's like, oh my God.
Oh, it's
I guess they say it later, but like in this moment, I'm like, you have no reason to be like,
there's fucking nothing here.
Go,
no.
It's all making sense now. After like this big scary like baboon event, the mom's freaked out. She's like, I need to get therapy, which we love her like just knowing that. We love her just like recognizing that. And she's expressing that she's like got some like weird thoughts that she doesn't love that she's having. Yeah. I don't think she says really what they are here. Maybe she does.
No.
She just goes, I'm having bad.
That's a point.
Yeah, she's like, I'm having bad thoughts, but I need to go to get therapy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Some other point now, it's dad's watching rugby with his like coworkers. I didn't realize it was the dad for a long time. I thought it was a random new scene of people watching rugby. I was like, oh, new movie.
I forgot that scene
new
happened.
Movie. Because this is when they're in open field and the priest like kind of grabs him and is like, your wife's in danger. Meet me tomorrow at this place. Otherwise she will die. And so of course dad's gotta go to this meeting. He's curious. I'm curious. And the priest does a weird poem. And basically the gist is like, in order to kill your son, you have to go to this weird location to talk to this like very specific man to learn how to do it. Because like all these signs are here that your son's evil. And like if your wife is pregnant, your son's going to kill her before like she gets to do anything about it. Like he doesn't want this baby being born. He's going to kill her. And then once you have power or something that he can inherit, he's going to kill you. Dad's like not really like, he's not fully buying this. That's crazy, whatever. He seems a little shaken. Like the whole movie, he's like, this might be true, but that's crazy.
If nothing else, it's freaky to be told.
Yeah. And I think he also says, I can't remember if he says anything that kind of like lends itself to credibility yet. But the dad just like kind of leaves this meeting. And the second he's gone, that priest is walking back, a crazy wind picks up, like storms, lightning starts shooting down at him. This is the devil at work. And he is not like the two guys, the writers who got struck by lightning on the planes. He is dipping, he's dodging, he is avoiding this, and he's like, I gotta get to a church where I'm be safe. Manages to get to one, and he starts like pulling on, the doors are all locked. Lightning then strikes a lightning rod?
Yeah.
Some rod on the roof of this building that he just stares up, goes, no, for 5 minutes as this thing tilts over. And I will say, actually, that's probably where the money went, because him getting pierced looked pretty good.
It did look good. It did look good. It must have been like a mannequin or something.
They did a good job with the piercing, because he gets pierced by this rod that falls from this church.
I do want to say that I personally do feel like he just kind of chose his fate in that moment because he had so much time to move. It's so much time.
I also want to say the song that's playing, like while he dies, banger. It's
Don't
like
remember it.
it's like Latin chorus music.
Oh, yes. Yes. The guy who did the music, that was a big thing for this movie.
It was so
he
good.
won.
They didn't
things.
use that enough. They didn't use that track enough. I think they used it one other time. But I was like, this
Add it
is
to your running
so
playlist.
good. I probably will. It was a good one. I should have.
Nothing like Latin Christian operatic.
Let me feel that guilt.
Run the sins away.
Back at home, the mom is actually, I love this because the mom's so fucking over Damien. Like, she can't, he's like sitting there going, blah, 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 like that kind of energy. And she's like, can you just shut up? Oh my God. Someone get him away from me. And the dad's like, no, he's fine. He's a little boy. Hi, Damien. I love the mom. She's like, no, I don't vibe with him. She does not fuck with this kid.
It's because he's ugly.
He's not cute. If he was cuter, I think she'd be fine with it, but he's not cute.
Maybe. I do have to say, unfortunately, though, Damien is famously a spooky name. Good name. Good
Phenomenal
name.
And also, I'm going to say it's a cute name. This kid does not deserve to be a Damien. This is a Todd. This is a baby Todd if I ever saw one.
Maybe a Jack.
Jack's is like any name. Todd is an ugly
Yeah, that
name.
was an any child. Oh.
I don't know any Todds.
Theodore.
If you're a Todd out there, I'm very sorry.
Shout out the Todds.
You might be fine now, but as a kid, you probably weren't cute.
You were probably the Antichrist, so unpack that.
And once like they're alone, the mom's kind of like, I don't know what, she's being wistful. She's talking like very like forlornly, I would describe, about how she doesn't want to have any more kids. And she's like, would that be okay? He was like, yeah,
yes.
we don't need to have more kids. And she was, cool, can I get an abortion then?
Great.
Because I am pregnant. And you say you don't want more kids, so I can get an abortion, right? And he's not going to let her do it. And this is the 70s.
Yeah, the word let is very important.
Let is very important because I think they say multiple times. Like later on, they're like,
yep.
will you let her have one?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I could never. Cut after that point. Oh, the dad is like, he gets a call, I think, to tell him to check the newspaper. And when he does, it has the story about the priest getting killed. It has the photograph of him dead on the lawn in the newspaper. You guys would not publish a picture of him being dead on the newspaper.
I don't know. It was the 70s. They might have.
Oh my God. That was crazy. And the dad goes to talk to some person. Is this person, he talks to a man about his wife's mental health. And the wife's like, this man tells him that the mom is worried that like the kid's not hers and that she thinks that he's a demon and all this. And the best thing for her is for him to let her get an abortion. Is this guy the mom's therapist?
It's her psychiatrist.
Oh, so there's just no like client doctor.
It's the 70s.
It's like, I was like, this guy's telling them a lot about her mental health right now.
Oh, he's just spilling tea. HIPAA who?
I'm glad you said that because my next note was HIPAA has no power here.
Only baboons.
God can't stop him, neither can HIPAA.
It's got the power of God and not following HIPAA on his side.
But dad's insisting there's no, she can't have an abortion. Like, that's crazy. We're not going to do that. Because, okay, he says it was foretold that she would not bring this baby to term, which is not what the priest said. The priest did not foretell this. He just said, hey, you got to stop the devil because the devil wants to kill that baby. He didn't say the baby will die. So he's so adamant on this. On the way home, though, we see like the mom back at the house. She's being really precarious next to a ledge. Very precarious. Like, okay. Damien, he's on his little trike in his room with Mrs.
Can you explain where she put the fish real quick?
She put the fish also. Don't we start on the fish because I was really upset with the fish as well. I
have a fact about the fish when we get there.
They killed the fish. I'm sorry.
I didn't say that.
So she was while she was cleaning, she's like dusting and watering plants. She takes fish from like a
It's a goldfish
like
bowl.
a table and puts it on like the ledge of the staircase or like the ledge of
The
the railing. It's a thick railing, mind you. I will give her credit. It's a thick
And
railing,
it is.
but a little
It's not thick enough.
It's not enough. And as we find out, it isn't enough. What's the fact about the fish? Should I finish?
Do you want to say what happens to them first?
So while the mom is doing
if you
this,
couldn't tell by her putting them on the railing.
she puts on the railing. She's next to a railing. Who knows what can happen next? She
What
stands
could
on a
happen?
stool to like. Does she water the plants or is she dusting the plants?
Something.
She's doing something to these plants that are hanging.
Housework.
And Mrs. Baylock, I know her name.
I almost said Baymont. That's
Baylock like opens like the door for the room that Damien's biking in, so he can start riding his bike all through the house. And he hits his mom, sends her flying over the edge, knocks over the goldfish. Goldfish shattered on the ground, but mom, she's got good reaction time. She was managed to grab onto the railing. I think I could have gotten out of this situation from this point. I think I would actually survive the second I grab on.
So you do have upper body strength.
I think anyone.
I'm gonna guess she doesn't.
I think anyone could pull themselves up in a situation like this because you have adrenaline flowing through you now.
She's a humble woman in the 70s, Ben.
You're right. They didn't eat. They starved.
We didn't. They didn't do anything.
And Damien is
they weren't allowed to do anything.
And she's like just begging Damien for help, but like also Damien's 5. What's he gonna do? He cannot pull you.
Well, he could go get Miss Belliard or whatever her name is.
Miss Baylock. I didn't look this way. Miss Baylock. But so she then does her grip fails and she tumbles to the ground.
She tumbles.
And like she hits it hard. Tell me this fish. What's this fish situation?
These fish. So I just want you to keep in mind that the director was okay threatening the child off camera to make him upset.
I'm positive
However,
he didn't want to kill the fish.
Donna refused to kill goldfish just for the sake of making a movie. So he had already dead sardines painted orange.
Also, why do we need just put a vase? Replace it with a vase. It didn't need to be goldfish.
It didn't, but I would assume that that's supposed to go to show the lack of morality that Damien has. Because he's killing. He is killing fish.
He's trying to kill his mom this moment. I'm not going to stop and go, he also killed goldfish? Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
Also, his goal is not the goldfish.
Again, satanic panic. So
I think it could have been a vase.
Anything to amp it up.
I think it was just to highlight, look how far the fall is before the mom went down.
The fishies didn't make it.
The fish survived. Maybe they didn't make it. We actually don't see the fish at this point, but maybe they survived. So mom tumbles, but she is like, okay. Like she survives this. She lost the baby though in the process. And like her arm's broken and she's got a concussion. But for the most part, like pretty good considering her son just tried to kill her.
Yeah, it was a fall. It was quite the fall.
And she is like, don't leave me alone with Damien, please. I really can't be around that kid anymore. I really don't fuck with him. He's not chill.
I don't fuck with my son.
I think the dad goes home and he sees like in Damien's room that Rottweiler's in there. Is that right?
Yeah.
So the Rottweiler is now guarding Damien at night. In that moment, I'm firing Mrs. Baylock. You're fired. I told you no dog. What the hell?
Why is this strange dog in here? We still haven't treated it for fleas.
And finally, the photographer calls and goes,
Killian.
Mr. whatever your name, Mr. Dad, I've got something. Please come by my office and I'll, immediately or whatever. And he just kind of reveals that the photos he took of people revealed how they were going to die. Like there was weird anomalies in the photograph. Like there was an anomaly showing like a weird line from the Danny's neck up. She got hanged. He saw like a weird line coming down, like just like we saw it pierce through the priest. And then they go check out, I think it was the priest's home. I got kind of confused with all the evidence they had here. But it was like the priest's like home, which was like a shack that he was kind of staying in.
Yes,
which had
might have been at the church.
It wasn't because it was near church. He had to be near church.
Oh.
Because we see literally it's lined wall to wall with Bible pages, except for a small little opening where you can see the church. There's graffiti everywhere. Like he's not mentally well. He had his
Crosses everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And then the priest is like, oh, there's also who had the birthmark that the photographer discovered? Was that the priest?
Was it one of the nannies?
I don't remember.
That nanny, maybe.
Someone
That's a
has.
good question.
I didn't know whose body they were talking about at this point. I thought it was the priest, but then it didn't make sense.
Same, actually.
But someone has a birthmark that has like 666, and they find evidence that like, oh, 5 years ago, there was a big like star, just like we saw this like the star from when Jesus Christ was born, and there were some other things that happened like 5 years ago, which I don't remember.
The big one they talk about is the Jewish people returning to Zion.
Yes. There's a lot of things that like symbols for the Antichrist coming back happened 5 years ago in like Rome or near Rome. Which I'm like, I think at this point the dad's like, okay, I confess it's not my kid. I don't know whose kid this is. But him and the photographer are like, let's get to the bottom of this. The photographer reveals that he's taking his own photo, and he's going to get beheaded. I'm checked out on the photographer. So then they just go back. He does a lot of like traveling. It seems like it'd take a long time, but it doesn't.
The dad?
Yeah. Because now
maybe he's got like private jet access because he's a.
Oh, he obviously does. And now this is in Europe's not that big, but this is now a buddy cop movie, which I kind of like.
Okay.
Where the photographer and dad, they go back to Rome and they find out the hospital that Damien was born in has burned down. And like they're begging people to go, please, you must have some kind of records. Nothing. No. Because it started in the records room and then the fire spread into the maternity ward. Crazy.
Oh.
But they're like, oh, the priest that was here, he survived. He went to a weird church, like up in the mountains somewhere, it seems like. So they go to this mountain church and they find the priest there. And this is like monk vibes here. Like they walk in and people are just like chanting. They're like not moving from prayer. They are committed. And he sees the priest who like gave him Damien. And this guy was burned in the fire. His eyes been like, his whole like face has been burned. His arm's been burned.
It's like one side. I think the right side specifically.
They say something that's like it means something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. They cite, I'm assuming it's from the Bible.
The Bible?
Because the way they said it. But they cite that he's paying countenance in it for his sin, which was leaving the faith, and then they are like saying that the punishment for that is getting your right eye and something burned. Right eye and hand, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I think they definitely say that he's paying penance. He doesn't talk anymore. And you're just like, okay, I honestly would say I think he did more than just leave the faith. It sounds like he did if he did what he did, that's pretty intense. Like I'm like, there's no penance. Well, there's no penance for what he did.
They're Catholic. They are Catholic.
And he's able like they ask him like, where is the mom at? Where is the mom? And he's able to communicate a little bit by writing. And he writes down this like old ancient graveyard that's all ruins now. It's like no one cares. It's been 5 years, mind you. Someone was buried there 5 years ago, but it's all ruins.
Yeah.
So
it's been a crazy 5 years.
So photographer and dad go there and they find to get in, to climb over a fence with a little spike on it.
Ooh,
I was like, that's coming back. That's coming back.
Chekhov's
fence. And they like find 2 grave sites of people who died on 6/6 whatever year they probably died in.
Probably in a new 6.
And they're like, oh, this must be the mom. And then the kid, there's a baby one next to her. That must be dad's like original son. Oh, while they're like kind of investigating, we see there are a bunch of Rottweilers surrounding them, like a lot of them.
Yes.
They open up her grave, and inside is not a human body. It is a jackal.
Uh,
I was like, that's fun. That's actually so fun that like this is the mom and it's not like a human.
it's a dog. They called her a bitch, is what they did.
She's a jackal. Those are canines, I guess. And they close it up, and he's like, I gotta check the other one. I gotta see it. And that's really, maybe it's not my son in there. Maybe he's alive. Your son's probably not alive. So we open that one up, and we see it is a baby's body. I would honestly guess older than a baby. It looked like maybe a toddler, but
Yes, it was
it was
too
pretty
big.
big for like a fresh newborn. But we see that its
Mhm.
head was like bashed in. So he realized, he goes,
Yeah.
my baby didn't die in birth. They killed it the second it came out, which is
Mhm.
heartbreaking. I mean, that's actually so sad. And I was actually why that priest, y'all should just send him to hell now. That priest should go to hell now. Dogs start, at this point now that the dogs attack. Of course they are. We got some intense, we need suspense. And I thought the photographer was going to die here because the dog jumps on him and grabs his throat. I went, there it is. He got his throat.
Oh, no.
I was like, he's dead.
Not aggressive enough.
The dad like leaves him behind. He bolts for the exit, and while he's climbing over the fence, his arm gets pierced by this fence. Oh my god, that's like, it was crazy. Like, it's crazy how big
Yeah.
the spikes are.
Yeah.
Like, you need major surgery. But he's like
And he
struggling,
doesn't.
he's struggling. Photographer somehow survives and is able to like help him get off.
Maybe the doggies just wanted to play.
And he calls his wife and he's like, hey, you gotta get out of London. There's some bad shit happening. And this is, to me, I think is the worst part of this movie, because she's like, okay, I'll get ready. I'll do as fast as I can. While she's getting ready, I was like, Damien's gonna come kill her, because Damien's done fucking shit besides bump into his mom.
He recklessly drove a tricycle. And
It's
that's
like,
it.
I'm sorry, if she hadn't been so like standing precariously next to a ledge, she would never have died from this kid. But while she's like trying to get dressed to leave, Mrs. Baylock's there and just like flings her out the window. Hard. Which that should have been Damien to push her out a window. It's lame. It's lame.
Actually, that's a good point, because the priest, question mark, whoever foretold the story, said that Damien was going to make sure the baby didn't get born.
And Damien doesn't
then once
do
the baby was
anything.
done, they said Damien will kill the mother.
Damien does fuck all in this movie, and that's my biggest problem with it. I'll talk about that later. Of course, then Dad gets a call. He's like, your wife's dead. He's horrified, traumatized, and he's now locked in as, I'm going to kill Damien. I don't want Damien to be alive anymore. So he's able to track down like that priest the village that the priest told him about with that man, Bugenhagen.
Hell of a name.
It's actually kind of like, that's a dope ass name, Bugenhagen. And Bugenhagen's pretty just like down to business. He goes, here's how you kill Damien. You got to stab him like 7 times. Once with these special knives, you got to kill him.
And it has to be kind of like, the lore is that when you take the first knife and you put it in his heart, like,
yes,
what is that, adjacently, then it will recreate the cross.
Yes, because they're special knives. It also has to be on a church, on hallowed ground.
Mm-hmm.
While they're like, he's like so straightforward. Oh, he's also like, oh, that woman is obviously the one who's working with Damien. Clearly, she's an evil, like, I don't know what he calls her. She works for the devil. He's like, that's obviously
working with the 5-year-old. Yes,
they are working
She's
together.
in cahoots with the 5-year-old.
She's in cahoots with the devil too. But the dad's like second guessing. He was like, he said he's never seen the 666 birthmark, but the devil should have that. The Antichrist would. But dad's never seen a 666 birthmark on his son. Bugenhagen's like, it's under his hair then, dude. It's under the hair, obviously.
Obviously.
Was he born with a full head of hair?
I don't know.
Did no one look at this
We didn't get to see him like that.
I just feel like there's no way that as a father you would not have seen the top of your son's head. It's the 70s, actually. My bad.
It's the 70s.
He's not bathing this kid.
He says he did.
But he's second guessing. He was like, I can't do this. This is crazy. And so he like throws the knives. The photographer's like, well, if you're not gonna kill the kid, I'm gonna fucking kill that kid.
And that's you. You are him and he is you.
I actually, at that point, I was like, yeah, obviously, I'm 100% killing this kid. I have to. But while he's collecting the knives, we get a found destination situation happening.
Yeah, we do.
Where a person does with their car and like park correctly, and the car goes rolling down this like hill, and it crashes into like something right before the photographer, and then a glass panel or something slices right through his neck. He's dead. He's beheaded.
Right through it. Yeah, that head went flying too.
Oh, so now he does go back home. He's like, okay, I gotta do my murder plan, because here's the final piece of evidence that like this is really happening. Like, it was foretold. He loses his head. He lost his head. He has the knives. He goes back home. The whole house is asleep. I think the dog's there. He has to fight the dog a little bit to sneak into Damien's room. While he's in there, I think he first thing he does is he gets scissors, though. He does not go straight for Damien. He gets scissors. I didn't understand why at first.
Oh, right.
But he wants to cut Damien's hair. He's looking for that 666. And of course,
like a one more, make sure.
And of course he sees it there. After he's like has a big revelation, though, Mrs. Baylock, who's been sleeping there, she attacks. She is like throwing hands. She's screaming. Dad low-key beats her ass. Like, he just like, I was like, oh, this is brutal, actually.
He's got a lot of feelings from the build-up.
Like, yeah, very valid, but like, he whoops her ass. Like, not even, like, it wasn't even close to her winning.
Oh, which is funny, because I will say they keep talking about how that they're like, she will die before she lets you touch the boy, and then she just like is done.
Gets her ass beat immediately.
Diva down.
And he's able to snatch Damien, makes his way down the stairs. But Miss Baylock's back. She's not done. She's ready for ass beating. She's ready for ass beating round 2, and it is another ass beating. Where he just kicks her ass. I think she gets like a weapon in her hands, and he grabs like an ice pick or something and stabs her in the neck.
A lot of neck trauma in this one.
R.I.P. So he snatches Damien. He's on the run to a church. He'll go to a church, go kill him correctly. I think while he's leaving, like the security of the grounds is like calls the police. Someone calls the police because he's doing this.
Sure.
They get to a church, and he's like about to stab Damien. Damien's trying to do the whole "Daddy, please no," but he's really not on board. He's like, "I'm gonna stab this kid. I'm so ready." But then the police come running in, and this is why ACAB. Because they
actually are for the Antichrist.
First of all, they do. They yell, "Put it down or we'll shoot," and then they shoot. They didn't give him even a second for him to put it down. They go, "Put it down or we'll shoot." Bah, done. But they say the fucking Antichrist. And we cut to like a funeral. It's the funeral for, I assume, the mom and the dad. And like the dad was a powerful person, so there are powerful people here, which makes sense. And someone says, we just see people think there's a couple and a kid from behind. Someone says to the man, "Are you ready to leave, Mr. President?" He's like, "Just one moment." And then you see the kid who's sitting with them is fucking Damien, who smirks at the camera.
That's when we get the...
And why would the president adopt this kid?
For the plot.
Why would that be the reasonable next person to adopt this kid?
There is a throwaway line somewhere early in the movie where mom and dad are talking about dad going somewhere or doing something, and they lore drop that the president and him are college buddies.
I still think that's crazy.
So they've been friends forever and ever and ever.
I think it's so crazy that the president adopted this kid. You're the president.
Good PR.
I don't think good PR. I don't think good PR enough. I was like, that's insane. That's the president. But also it makes me wonder, because like in part 2, is it the president of the United States who's raising this kid? Does part 2 follow him in the White House? I don't think it does.
Do we have to pitch it at some point?
Maybe, because I'm curious. I've seen the ending of that movie. I have, I think.
Oh.
Or maybe it was 2006 when I saw. I've definitely seen,
I haven't seen any of it.
in Omen where someone was like, because it seems specifically where someone, "Oh my God, the Antichrist, it's..." And then they're like trying to call someone. They go, "I need to let them know. Oh my God. Oh, answer. And then they get killed from like an accident. Of like, because like it does like that whole shtick of person discovers the truth, is killed before they can like tell someone else. Right. I think that whole movie is that.
The only thing outside of this movie that I've seen that is of the Omen universe, and that was unbeknownst to me, is the TV show Damien when it was on.
That's crazy. I've never even heard of the show.
Did you ever watch the show Merlin?
No, is that the guy from Merlin?
It's King Arthur from Merlin.
That's crazy.
Which is why I watched it, because I loved him.
This looks stupid as hell.
Gotta be so for real with you. I do remember watching it and being like, what the
This
fuck?
looks so dumb.
Just like had no idea what was happening at any given. But that could be because I didn't know anything about the Omen, you know, who knows?
Oh my god, this looks so dumb. Seemed like a good show.
I think it was in like 2016.
It
maybe?
was 2016.
2015.
It was 2016.
Yeah.
Wait, you watched it in 2016?
Yeah.
You were grown.
So the guy's hot. His name was Damien in the show. Hello, that's a hot name. What else do I need?
What else does a show need, you guys?
I was really starting to dabble with my spooky stuff, and I watched it. Hello. Well, Ben,
Yeah, so
as you alluded to.
Yeah, what's the meaning or like of this? Because honestly, it all felt very surface level to me.
And I think that it is. I think a lot of what I did was reach. I think I implanted meaning into it.
I'm willing to bet I feel like you got some feminist aspects of it that were not intentional, obviously, but just a part of the movie and the time it was made.
Well, you know, sometimes analysis of a thing is equally, if not more, what created the circumstances to allow this thing to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like the actual intent behind the making. First, I do want to say this is like Oedipus light.
Okay.
So we know Oedipus, his parents have him and then they like ditch him because the prophecy is that he's gonna like kill his dad and then fuck his mom.
Yeah,
famously. And then
yes.
And then because they ditched him on the mountain, he gets raised by someone else and he does eventually grow up to kill his dad and fuck his mom. And then they find out and it's a whole big thing. Now I say this is Oedipus light because there is no like
it's just the killing. It's just the killing part
involved. It's the killing part and it's like the prophecy part. And you know, so that was kind of like Oedipus light. That was just a fun observation I made. Now outside of that, what I do think this movie attempted to do was discuss the corrupt nature of politics.
Yes, because I do think it's so silly. They're like, the Antichrist will rise from like the eternal sea. And the eternal sea is the world of politics. What?
Yeah, I don't know how they got that. Now, if they would have just straight up been like, the Antichrist is coming from the world of politics, then like, yeah, probably that makes sense.
I was like,
I could get on board with that more than justifying it.
Like, what does world of politics mean? Politics are literally everywhere. I also one of the things they say is like the rise of the Holy Roman Empire or something.
Oh yeah,
and they just kind of
yeah.
As a throwaway to go, oh yeah, like the thing that just happened, which probably was a real world thing happening at the time. But like, can we not just like work that into the script a little bit more? Maybe like the dad's super busy. I bet it was the work because of X, Y, Z. Like. You know what? Actually, that probably is because in like the early scenes of them at their new house, he does say he has to go on a work trip. They probably mention it, build it up a bit more, build up also that's my complaint. I'll save my complaints.
It's loose. It's
unrelated to your analysis.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and argue with the thought and the theme of like the Antichrist will be born out of politics, especially like American politics. That tracks, and that's a whole other sub thing we could get on. So the first thing we see that the dad does, the politician, is lie. The first thing he does is lie. So out the gate, our politician lying. Also, I did a quick little looky-loo. This movie came out just a couple years after Watergate happened.
Interesting. Was it filmed before Watergate?
So no, Watergate was like 74, maybe, and this came out in 76. So I doubt this movie took that long to film, to be honest with you.
It cost $2.5 million to make. So
that said, Watergate kind of brought forth the idea that sometimes the political threat can be more dangerous when it's from the inside.
Mhm.
So having the Antichrist infiltrate American politics is a little, the calls coming from inside the house moment. Also, Ben, we have the symbolism of the president adopting the Antichrist and holding his little
Explain
hand
that, because I don't think
at the end.
what's the symbolism?
No, I think that's just quite literally like politics and evil kind of go hand in hand. It's not deep.
That's what I got.
I think that's all that, Ben. And then, Ben, great guess, Ben. This movie does not intentionally tackle the treatment of women. But boys and all over the place.
The second we're in that HIPAA scene, I was like, oh, Shine's gonna have a word about this. Ooh.
I have a few words.
The second abortion was mentioned, I was like, ooh, Shine's got some words about this.
We have a few things happening here. Now, quick throwback to last week. We really, really focused on a woman's agency being removed. And that was in a hard quotation marks here, romantic sense. This is kind of a flip where the woman is losing autonomy in a like mother sense. So she's forced to raise a kid that isn't hers.
Yep.
She never knows that the kid is not hers and has no idea that her baby died. And that only exclusively old white men made all those choices for her.
Mhm.
And she was never told. So she has no autonomy in her motherhood journey, which pocket, we're going to come back to that. Like I said, she didn't consent to any of that. They just like decided that they were going to do all that. Also, they don't do it. It's loose because Damien is so old, but a lot of what the mother is going through is pretty similar to postpartum depression.
Yeah, the whole like,
So
my
a lot of
son's
times,
not, isn't that like a common
not
thing?
mine. So big two things in postpartum depression are like obviously feeling like a bad mother. There is also just like intrusive thoughts of like,
It's like
not really caring about or liking your kid.
It's like intrusive, like resentment of the kid, usually.
Resentment. I've heard of some where the thoughts can get so bad that it dances on like intrusive thoughts of harming them.
Yes, because I think that's part of it.
But it's also like usually there's an awareness that you're like, oh, that's not great. But there is some where it's like, oh, the kid's like, this kid is evil. There's a lot of moms not feeling bonded to their kid at all. Now, what we see is when Damien is littler, mom is kind of possessive at the birthday party. Now, is that because we're keeping up looks? There's a bunch of people around.
I think because of looks, because it was because when the cameras are taking photos, she went, hold up, I should be holding my son. But other times she seemed very comfortable letting the nanny do it.
But there's that moment when he's like maybe 3 and she can't find him and she's obviously very concerned. So seems like there was more of a connection when he was littler than when he is older.
Because he didn't turn into a cute kid. He wasn't a cute kid. That's the problem.
And he didn't, and that's probably it. But like I said, postpartum, even though it's a little bit later, she doesn't feel like the kid is hers. She is very bonded to him. She also has a minimal support system, plus another postpartum commonality, feeling the guilt of not feeling the way, quote, a mother should, end quote. Now, to her credit, and very minimally to her husband's credit, she is able to clock that she needs help and that she needs a psychiatrist. And she is comfortable asking her husband to help her accomplish that. She's not comfortable telling him what is going on outside of very like vague.
It was just vague.
I'm having intrusive thoughts.
Yes.
Now, again, minimal credit. A man in the 70s being like, yeah, we'll get you a psychiatrist. Okay. That said, the psychiatrist, as you discussed, depression symptoms, to her being pregnant but not wanting to have the kid, so kind of unconsciously coming up with these things as an excuse to not be a mother again.
I don't think I clocked that.
And that's why she should have the abortion.
I do know the doctor was like, she needs the abortion. Like, that's the best thing I will suggest for her.
Right. Instead of being like, she should have it because she's not in a state to have a child right now and she doesn't want one. he's saying, oh, essentially she's faking these postpartum depression symptoms to get out of having this baby. So she's misdiagnosed, which, famously women in healthcare, we are misdiagnosed, certainly back then. And that's like chopping it up to basically hysteria.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course he is. Of course he
bitches
is.
do be crazy.
Certainly when they're pregnant and mothers. Again, this is how women are mistreated in healthcare, plus the HIPAA of it all. Plus, this woman was in a hospital and had a baby that died, as far as we know, up to a point. No one told her. No one of the hospital staff told her baby died. They just all said,
yep, here it is.
Let's just tag one in. It's fine. Huh? Not a single person. Not a nurse. Not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Not the OBGYN. Like, no one. That's crazy. So, again, her autonomy is stripped not just by her husband and religion, because a priest is also the one who's up in here saying that we should just snatch a baby. The medical system is also stripping her of her autonomy by giving her this child that's not her. So all these people are making this decision about what's best for her, i.e. the baby, i.e. whether she should get abortion or not. And again, with the factoring of if she should get an abortion or not, it's not about her.
No, it's about like
the doctor. It's not about her.
It's about like, oh, she don't have to. It's saving her the pain. Like it's like how they kind of phrase it for the dad. Like, oh, it saves her the pain of having to learn about this kid dying. It's like kind of what makes everyone happier.
Right. So, and all these decisions across all of these things are made without her. Now, also, I think we could theoretically have a combination happening here. So Damien famously is 5. Famously, he's 5. So then in child development, age 5 is when kids really start to get more independence and they start being able to make their own decisions a bit more.
And killing their moms.
Which is mostly like, this is what I want to wear. This is what I want to eat. However, with more independence and more decision-making ability also comes the more, let me test your boundaries. Let me poke and see what I can get away with. So at the birthday party, when Damien is like freshly 5, we see that him and the mom maybe have more of a bond. Again, could easily be for looks, but we also see before that they have somewhat of a bond.
I think she still loves him, but I think there's still like her grabbing him at the birthday was for the looks of it.
Yeah, yes, I agree. I also think with the waterfall scene, that's supposed to establish that there was some form of a bond.
Because they were worried they lost a kid. I'd be worried if I lost a kid I just met.
So, but things start going downhill the more into 5 years old, famously, that he gets. Oh, this is also when kids start enjoying time away from their parents, because up until this point, they're like home with mom, usually a lot. And then kindergarten happens at 5. So I think the combo of her dealing with her postpartum depression symptoms, plus her kid is starting to be more independent and not need her or want her as much, is probably adding fuel to that fire of like not feeling connected or bonded to him anymore. Mm-hmm. Plus he's starting to test boundaries. So that could add to the like, he's evil. If she's already like not in a state to be good with. Which is interesting. But yeah, in summary, just if you're already in place mentally where you're feeling disconnected from your kid and like they don't like you and they don't care for you and you have these intrusive thoughts, the fact that their natural development is also pushing them away from you and challenging you, it's a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I have a discussion, but I gotta give you the lead up for this because I'm curious.
Okay, I'm nervous now.
We don't have a lot, but we have a couple instances of women being sacrificed for the benefit of a boy, a boy child at that. So the first nanny exterminates herself, which gets everything in motion. And she's, Damien, look at me. It's for you, Damien. Pick me, choose me.
Choose me, love me.
So she exterminates herself for Damien. The second nanny ends up getting killed from trying to protect Damien. Mm-hmm. And mom gets killed in order just to advance his trajectory into his, prophecy as the Antichrist. So my question, my discussion point is, I don't really know if I'm going to guess it doesn't mean anything intentionally. However, it could be interpreted as like the expectation or the norm of women to sacrifice themselves for children, but also it's specifically and especially men and boys. Or is it because it's the 70s? The fickleness of women when it comes to sin and evil.
That's actually a good, like, I think, well, I think that the nanny, the original nanny who dies, I think was just like under a spell. I don't think she was working for anybody. So I think that was just like she's weak-minded, weak-willed or something, that this dog stare down was able to get her to kill herself. That's what I assumed happened there. Maybe, yeah, because otherwise, like, they wouldn't have had to make up this weird, like, lie of, like, I'm from the agency. Here's my obviously fake references for...
Right. Because, there's, like...
Baylock.
This isn't even, like, a caricature. This is just, like, a real-life thing that's always existed. Women and girls are supposed to, minimize and sacrifice themselves in different forms to facilitate the betterment of men and boys. Now, whether that's, like, in relationships, romantically, or mothers with kids, it's the same thing. The girl is still...
I think that you could argue that,
but also
that portrays women as more unhinged. That's why I think it was like it's playing on that trope of like a woman's more
hysterical.
Yes, like Baylock. I want to say Briarclow or something. Baylock is like
I'm stuck on Baymont.
I think Baylock is like explicitly this like hysterical woman who's like incorrectly devoted to the wrong thing. Like that's what she is. I think that's like kind of the stereotype they play out with her.
It's like you could just go so many different ways with it, because there's also the classic women are more likely to, follow Satan, and they need the corralling of men to so just maybe that can be a little discussion point, in the comments. Please let us know what you think. Again, I don't know that this movie is like intentionally doing anything with it, but it's there. It's there. And actually, Ben, down to my last section here, because this movie doesn't have a lot. This should have been my thesis. This movie is a gaslighting party. Everyone's gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
They're having a field day.
They're good at it.
Obviously, mom is gaslit left, right, and center. Everyone's saying, well, I guess no one's actually saying she's crazy, but like that's what they're saying. And she just needs to protect the kid, and she's a mom. She'll be fine. She'll get past it. It's no biggie deal. And then he kills her. So she was right.
R.I.P.
Also, again, I just want to state one more time, I cannot overstate this enough. This is not her child. But she thinks it is. Everyone else knows it's not.
Because she's been lied. Only the dad knows.
She be gaslit.
The dad's the only one who knows.
The priest knows. Everybody at the damn hospital knows.
No.
The records know.
Oh, no, because the records are like, no one's been adopted at this hospital. They say that. No one's been adopted here. He goes, no, but they were. My kid.
The people that worked at the hospital the day them damn kids were born knew. No, but I have another little... Now, I don't think that this is like it. But an argument can be made. And this is fun. An argument can be made. Did any of it actually happen?
What the hell?
So, we only ever see Damien have a little temper tantrum.
Oh, like, is he actually the Antichrist? Is that what you're talking about? Like, not did it actually happen,
yes.
Is he actually Antichrist?
So, it's yes. But, like, also, did anything that these people are saying happen, like, actually happened in the way that they're saying it? So, again, we only see Damien. Let me get there.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I also I think everything happened, but this is just fun. We only see Damien have his little temper tantrum a couple times, and he's like 5, so that's warranted, I guess. We never see him do anything.
No,
we see him act like he's 5.
Unfortunately, he never does anything ever.
Yeah, you're mad about it. So were these just like devil worshipping people that were crazy? And then there's this combo of Damien's development and the mom's depression, and then everyone's grief and stress. And the outside input of the devil worshippers just like ultimately made the dad go crazy and think we'll start it with mom, obviously, but then made dad go crazy because all we see is dad dragging a fucking 5-year-old to stab him.
Here's why I'm gonna say no, because we get the graveyard scene where we do see the mom is not a person, and the priest told him, "Your mom, yeah, the mom's a jackal." And so I'm like, I think that explained explicitly is like, this kid's not actually human.
Oh, so can I tell you what I thought happened?
What did you think happened?
When they said the mom's a... I just didn't really think about
Jack?
anything about mom being Jack anything. And then...
when they uncovered the body, you thought it was
I thought it was just like a... We're just putting something in
fake
here.
body.
Like a cover-up,
no,
and the mom's
that's the mom.
alive.
No, that's the mom.
Oh.
That's the mom. He was born from that animal.
Okay.
Does that change a little bit for you?
Well, to be fair, we still only ever see Damien. Now, this is not the hill I'm dying on because I think that this is not correct. It's just a fun thought experiment and observation because we don't see anything happen. You know? So, Ben, what do you think about the movie? Any questions you have that I didn't answer?
I didn't answer all my questions.
Did you even have questions? Were there any questions to have?
Genuinely no, because I don't think this movie did anything with
didn't.
Like, it dealt with religion, but like, it didn't touch on religion.
Yeah.
And I was just like disappointed by Damien. Damien didn't do jack the whole movie.
People were fucking
I was like
shit terrified of this movie.
I think the later ones do more with Damien. I think he gets to do more in the second one. I think I went into this expecting like the orphan kind of energies from Damien, where he was like
involved,
harming people or causing. Yeah, he was actively involved. And was like, it's just a kid.
He's just hanging out. He had a temper tantrum,
but that's like the most he does.
Yeah, I read the trigger warnings first, and I was like, "We about to have fun." We didn't. It was kind of boring.
No,
it was kind of boring. So, and with that, what would you rate it, bud?
I would probably give it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
4 out of 9. That's
4 out of 9 lives.
That's fair. I actually think might be worse and do 3.5.
That's fair.
It's fine. I think it probably helped make better movies moving forward.
Do we think this popularized the whole 666 thing? I actually don't know. I didn't look into it.
I didn't look into it either. I would say no. I think 666 was already on the rise because Satanic Panic was like alive and well.
Valid.
And this, I think, a lot of stuff we see, Satanic Panic, obviously it has the religious over undertones going on. I do think this one was like really with the religion.
Nailing it hard.
Yes, it was very like, this felt more...
The devil is real and coming for you.
This felt more like hitting the religious nail on the head more than like the Nun movie for me. And that starred nuns. Even the Exorcist movie. Like this one was just like, I can read the Bible all by myself. Thank you so much.
It's about politics, right? The Bible's about politics.
And don't get me started because I told you I have a citation I can go on, but I won't unless you want me to. So
we're good. I think we're good.
What is our text review for this movie? Damien's not cute enough for that name.
I was about to say they couldn't even get a cute kid. I was mad by that part. I was like, this ugly. I kept waiting for to age him out to be like a different actor. I was like, oh, adorable little baby boy. No, I got this weird, gross kid. I just wanted to just
I didn't like him. Yeah, I did not like him. I will say, a cool fact about the kid: he did this movie. He made his appearance in the other Omen movie, and I think he did one other thing, and then he did nothing else.
He's not an Omen too.
He did one other Omen thing. I don't remember. Well, he showed up as the reporter in the 2006, 2004.
Ew, I looked at the kid who's Damien and Omen too.
Omen too.
Omen? Oh my goodness.
I like it.
Oh, that's not. He also is like a nerd, but like a more like evil rich kid nerd.
Oh, like the guy from the Running Mates with the eyebrows?
No.
Oh, he looks like an evil rich kid to me.
He does. I would agree with that. You're talking about Will Poulter, not Will Poulter. He looks more like Oh my god, why am I blanking on his name?
Just give me somebody who was in.
Crispin Glover. He gives Crispin Glover energy.
Crispin?
Crispin Glover with black hair.
Crispin is a name.
It's the dad from Back to the Future.
I didn't watch those. It's time for Voices from the Void. Then they're short this week.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we got Lonnie, who gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd and said, before 9/11, you were allowed to bring a set of 7 mystical daggers from the ancient Canaanite city of Megiddo to be used in the ritual execution of the Antichrist onto a plane.
I guess, yeah. Maybe this is private jet, you guys. I think you can do that on a private jet. I don't know the private jet rules.
I don't either, but I had a really hard time reading that. It was like, it just, every time I thought it was done, there were more words.
Yeah, I could tell. Megiddo really got you.
Megiddo. We also have Becchio, who gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd and said, love this biopic regarding Donald J. Trump's childhood.
That's funny.
And that's our little reviews, which means I have to tell you what we're doing next week, but I also don't know yet. So 1 second. Your options this week were The Host, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and It.
Yeah. And you were the last one?
It. That I don't know. I don't know who won. Can I tell you the numbers and just not tell you the movies? And then
why not?
So on the podcast Instagram, one movie got 100% of the votes. But on my Instagram, one got 40.
Okay.
One movie got 57% of the votes. And on my Instagram, the one that got 100 got 43%.
Interesting.
I think mine has a couple more voters, but it's not that different.
I want to bet here. 10 Cloverfield Lane won on your personal one, and It is the one that won on the pod Insta.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just know.
So do we just pick which one?
I have you've not seen It, have you?
No.
Okay, so then as much as I would rather watch 10 Cloverfield Lane, I do think you should watch It.
We can do It.
I would love 10 Cloverfield Lane. I would love 10 Cloverfield Lane, but I think we should do 10 Cloverfield or do It. I want to commit on It because I also want to talk about the show.
It's free. Okay, we can do both. Okay, so crazy voting this week, guys. It was like hard to tell who won because I'm not going to sit here and do math like that. It. So you can see us next week for It. Are you ready to pitch, bitch?
I'm ready to pitch.
Tell me about it.
So for my movie, I want to pitch. It's been on my mind lately because there's a new one that just came out. I want to do Evil Dead Rise.
Ooh. Another good week.
Have you seen Evil Dead Rise, Cheyenne?
I think I've seen something that I think might be one of those. It's like newer and the cover's kind of dark and like pinky red and it has the girl on it and who's
probably they just have a new one. Evil Dead Burn just came out fairly recently. Evil Dead Rise came out a few years ago. Then we had Evil Dead, like the remake, I don't know what, like 10 years ago probably.
Okay.
Based on the films from the 70s. And I like the newer versions way more than the 70s ones.
Okay. I haven't seen the old ones.
Evil Dead Rise, where a family discovers the evil book that turns people into zombies.
I saw this one.
That's Rise.
Okay.
That's Rise. That is Rise.
You can see it enough.
Usually they're in the woods, but Evil Dead. The maybe I should change it to Evil Dead. I want to switch it to normal Evil Dead.
Okay.
Specifically the like 2000 whatever remake of it, not the OG one. Yes, I can't remember the exact year. I just know it's good.
Sure.
It's a classic about a group of friends who go into the woods. And of course, one is possessed by an evil book of the like undead or whatever. And it's very graphic and bloody and gross. And overall, a bad time making it a good time.
Okay. I like it. I have pitched this one before, but it was like when it was still in theater, so it didn't stand a chance in hell of winning. And I'm gonna pitch Undertone because it is up for streaming now.
Oh, the podcast one.
Have you seen it? Okay,
No.
so Undertone, if you didn't catch my pitch last time, a little reminder. is a little duo, a girly and a boy, who have a little remote podcast that they do, where I think one's a skeptic and one believes in all the supernatural stuff. And they get an email with some files that are like audio tapes, and they listen to them. And then our skeptic starts to experience some stuff, and it's kind of freaky. I explain it to people as Blair Witch, but good and modern.
Us and doing the ghost hunt.
It's a recreation. And then your camera freaking the fuck out.
I'm suing.
And then your staple option this week, team, is going to be the cabin in the woods, which is like, I know what I want to say, but I don't want to give away for people who haven't watched it.
It's from 2011, and I would say the whole shtick is it really plays on horror tropes. I also don't think you can spoil it because it's like from the jump they tell you what it's about. I don't think it's hard. It's hard to spoil because the first sequence is actually showing that this like horror situation is set up by a government organization.
Okay.
And so it's like a horror comedy as we see like the horror people trying to deal with this when we get like the Office Space comedy of these guys just like trying to get their jobs done.
Yes. And then correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but I believe one of my fun facts for Alien was that Sigourney Weaver
was in Cabin in the Woods. She is in Cabin in the Woods.
And we love her. So reminder, your options this week are Evil Dead, 2000s, Undertone, and Cabin in the Woods. So keep an eye out on my Instagram story and the pod Instagram stories so you can vote on which one you want to see after it. I forgot immediately. Yeah. Well, Ben, I don't really have a fun quip for you, but I will say this. Maniacal faces. Damien! That's for you, Damien!
Damien. Okay.
That will pop up.
Cute. That's cute. Damien, this isn't you.
Damien, it's for
who you are.
It's for you. So, everybody, please give us a like, a share, and a follow. Recommend us to your friends, your family, and your little local Antichrist child. It's none of our business if you do that. Look at this little beautiful baby princess girl.
She cuter than Damien. Not phrased it like that. Cuter than Damien.
She's cuter than Damien. I do think whenever I have the chance to get another black cat, its name might be Damien.
It's a cute name.
It's a cute name. Then I'll have Killian and Damien. Anyways, guys, please follow us. It really helps us out, helps us grow. You can also, while you're at it, go ahead and head over to Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd and follow us at the number 9 LHC pod. Princess just almost went to Diva almost down.
I leaned back a little too much.
Diva almost down. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube at the number 9 Lives Horror Club. Join our subreddit at r/number 9 Lives Horror Club. And what's our poll this week?
Should Damien have done more?
Was it real?
Was it real? Yes. His mom was a jackal.
I said, oh, that went over my head.
Who? She just had a little weird body. That was it. She had a little weird body.
Don't body shame her. She's dead. All right, team. Please let us know your thoughts on what we talked about earlier with if this movie accidentally portrays women as being sacrificial figures who benefit men and boys and children, or if we're just fickle to the devil. Let me know what you think. And if you're listening because we featured your review on a previous episode, go ahead and drop a little ghosty in the comment section below. And we will see you next week for it. Stay spooky. And we will see you next time.